Welcome back to our look back at local politics in 2020 with Katie Lannan and Matt Murphy of the State House News Service. And Katie, 2 years ago, it was kind of a rocky year for incumbents around here. Ayanna Pressley upset Mike Capuano in a big congressional primary. A couple of high-profile House incumbents were picked off. So going into this year, I think every incumbent in the state was sort of on edge, to say the least. And yet it turned out to be a banner year for incumbents, up to and including Senator Ed Markey with his primary challenge with Joe Kennedy. What happened to the end of the road for the incumbents?
Well, I'll disagree with you a little bit on one point there, John. I don't know that every incumbent was on edge because so few of them ran unopposed. We didn't see a lot of challengers even come out this year. In part because, Beacon Hill and Massachusetts in general, always very incumbent friendly. We see very few contested races in general. But I think another thing that really worked in incumbents' favor this year was the way you have to campaign during a pandemic. When you can't have rallies, you can't really go out and meet new people of any kind, door knocking even is trickier, really favors people who have pre-existing relationships with donors, with voters, even people whose names are familiar. They've seen it on the signs before. So that was, I think, a big part of it. And then, you mentioned Senator Markey. He was able to really mobilize a young kind of online block that works very well when, even now our conversation today is taking place on the internet. So I think that helped him. And ultimately, we even saw very few Republican incumbents in the legislature lose their seats. So very incumbent friendly year.
Yeah, Matt, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, no, I think Katie really hit on something there, especially when she talked about the new nature of campaigning in the pandemic. Candidates had to adapt. And in the case of Senator Markey, it's not that Joe Kennedy didn't adapt. He had a huge following online, used Facebook very well. But I think the reinvention of Ed Markey online and the way he mobilized a grassroots, a younger demographic on Twitter and Facebook and other social media really energized his base and was the key to success in this new world of campaigning behind a computer.
Yeah, and I would just quickly add, maybe with all the turmoil going on around us this past year, voters to some extent were looking for stability rather than change as others had expected. Okay, I asked you prior to this recording session to come up with an overlooked story of the year on the local scene. Katie Lannan, let's start with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's been interesting to think about that because when you really look back at this year, so much has happened. And much of it under the umbrella of the pandemic. And one thing I think is really interesting that maybe isn't being talked about as a broad picture is youth mental health this year. The CDC has reported that more young people, teenagers, children are showing up in the emergency rooms with mental health conditions, and that's been backed up by, anecdotes from local clinicians. Kids are isolated, they're not getting the relationships they usually do, and, that's been talked about in terms of remote schooling, but it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out long-term, not just impacts on individual kids, but on our healthcare system, on our education system, and beyond.
Good one. Matt Murphy.
Yeah, I was just thinking back to what we might have been talking about had 2020 not played out the way it did. And really, people's pocketbooks actually got a tax break this year. Massachusetts finally, after decades, saw the income tax go down to 5%, achieving that milestone. And the big tax debate that we thought was going to happen on Beacon Hill over raising gas taxes, taxes on Uber and Lyft and other things to pay for transportation got sort of wiped out by the pandemic. And it's something that will probably come back around in due time, but that was a big overlooked or overshadowed debate.
And I'm going to just add the fact that Chip Ford, the executive director of Citizens for Limited Taxation, moved to Kentucky amid, and he told me in an interview, his organization CLT, the famous anti-tax group, is basically down to a shell. And you combine that with the continued decline of the state GOP. And as we head into the new year, I'm wondering who will fill their roles. Katie, Matt, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Happy holidays, John.
Thanks, John.
And thank you for watching. Now back over to my colleagues for more WBZ News.